Shoes Self-Storage, conveniently located near the Harmon McDonald's, offers fully covered loading and unloading area with individual pin-coded gate and door access. Call us today at 648-7867 for more information.
Hafa Guam, I'm Adriana Catero. It's Wednesday, and you are watching Crime Time. We are joined here with Sergeant Paul Tapau, and we are talking about holiday safety. As we know, Thanksgiving is tomorrow and Black Friday the following day. So, Sergeant Paul Tapau, we are here at the Agana Shopping Center, where a lot of people will be coming, most likely starting Friday for Black Friday shopping. Tell me, what are some safety tips we can tell the community as they make their way out here?
Thank you very much, and welcome to the beautiful village of Agana. And we want to thank the staff and management of Agana Shopping Center for allowing us to do this segment to highlight some of the safety concerns that the residents may have about what to do and what not to do in the holiday. But first and foremost, on behalf of the Guam Police Department, Chief Stephen Ignacio, we'd like to wish the entire island of Guam a really safe and prosperous, happy Thanksgiving. It's important that they understand that coming from the Guam Police Department, everybody that works the line, everybody that works in the civilian support group, we all have something to be thankful for. But it's important that we celebrate the right way. And we made the announcement a few days ago about the DUI sobriety checkpoints that would be staged throughout the holiday.
And those begin.
They actually start tonight.
Starting tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
So with the storm passing and everything, we're still going to be actively out there. And, we're sending a message about, driving sober and designating a responsible sober driver because of the fact of the fatalities that we saw in previous years. We want to eliminate that. We want to be able to take responsibility and really own what we can. The onus is on us really to take control of how we celebrate. And that's really by simply designating a sober driver. So as we progress through the holiday season, the Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, you're going to be seeing a lot of our officers out there conducting the DUI checkpoints.
Okay, so you said to decrease fatalities. Does that mean that there have been many in the past around the holiday season?
Well, in the previous years, we've seen a lot of auto-related fatalities, and we want to eliminate that. And, a lot of it is contributed to drunken drug driving. And, of course, with the recreational use of cannabis, we ask the community again to designate a sober driver should you celebrate in the use of recreational use of cannabis. But that's one aspect of the holiday safety. And I think the one, what brings us down to the Agana Shopping Center is the fact that come Thanksgiving, stores will be open. And I think this is really going to launch and kick off the holiday sales and then mad dashes to the malls and everything. So, consumers alike, everybody's going to be out and about. So it's really understanding what you can do to keep yourself safe, but really understanding situational awareness. And we've talked about that in previous segments. We've discussed that with the Guam Crime Stoppers, segments every weekend about situational awareness and how not to become a victim.
Right.
Really, because when we start our shopping mode and we get into the tunnel vision that I need to get this, I need to be here.
Just thinking of a list in your head.
Absolutely. We tend to forget about the important things, which is parking lot awareness and understanding how you can keep yourself safe.
So, from getting to the parking lot, I'm guessing a number one tip would be lock your doors.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course, and then as you make your way out.
It's really preparation and everything and understanding what you do. So, planning your routes and what you're going to do. You plan your shopping days, right? You plan what you're going to do, where you're going to be at, how long you're going to take and certain items that you're going to be looking for. And understanding from the parking lot to the store, it's when we can actually be the most vulnerable, right? And understanding what you can do, by just you utilizing situational awareness and you focusing in on the parking lot, things that are strange or unusual, taking the time to just look and observe to see things that are strange and unusual, it puts you in that framework where you actually are going to think about what may happen and what can happen. So it allows you to prepare. And this the important thing is that we want you guys to start thinking about situational awareness and what you can do. So some of the things is really, before you get down, take a good glance within the parking lot, understand, look for lighting. Everybody wants that perfect parking in front of the store.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, you may not get that. But the parking that's available to you, you make sure you check and recheck before you exit your car, and before you make your way into the store about suspicious activities that may be occurring within the area.
So how about, I know another tip that I've always been told is like when you have so many bags and you're out there shopping, have your keys ready in your hand as you're walking out because you have so many bags in your hands. And then it's like, oh, I need to set all these down, grab your keys out. But it's always, to prepare and have them in your hand before you even walk out into the parking lot, right?
You're spot on, and that's important. If you're going to carry so many bags, ask the store, ask maybe within the management if somebody can come out and help you by bringing helping you carry the bags out, and you have that companionship as you walk out. But you're right. When you walk out of the store and you're ready to head back into your car, head back into the parking lot, have your keys ready, have it in the ready position. One of the things that we talk about is actually engaging the alarm so that it creates some sort of noise so that people may be spooked by it or the attention is drawn towards you. And it really is just clicking the alarm, setting off the hazard or setting off the panic alarm and resetting it. Well, what that does is people that are traversing within the parking lot, people that may be walking or a would-be predator, they may become alarmed by that, hey, something's going on now, the attention's to me. Because remember, the criminals that are going to commit the crime, the perpetrators that are going to commit the crime, the first thing is that they don't want to get caught. They're taking that 50-50 chance. Will the reward outweigh the risk? So you prevent that. You weigh it in your favor where you actually allow it now, where you take the advantage towards your side, you sway the advantage to you by, chirping your car, bringing that attention before you walk up to see what goes on, see the different movements, see the different mannerisms in the people that are out there. So these are simple tips in which you can actually follow. You're right. Carrying your bags in one hand, having your keys ready, and just being aware of what's really going on around you.
So I know we're talking about out here in the parking lot, but what about whenever we get inside? Any tips as far as even waiting in line or
Yes.
walking around with people? Because people can just grab stuff out of your purse or out of your bags as you're moving.
Yeah, you're right. And one thing that I felt to bring up is really break away from the distraction. First and foremost is when you're getting ready to exit your vehicle, when you're getting ready to exit the store and come back to your vehicle, is put the distractionary device, your handheld devices, your phone. Put it away and focus on the task at hand. But inside the store in itself, we've had some skimmers reports before in the past and everything. Some of the things that you want to consider is that when you're going to utilize, when you go to a mall that has the different types of ATM machines, check the ATM machine in itself. Check if it's loose. Check if there's some sort of, what they call the pinhole and everything. Check for these telltale signs. The banks are very gracious enough to post stuff during the holiday seasons and what to look for. But your belongings, make sure your purse is secured. Keep it in front. Don't keep it dangling in the side. Keep it in front where you actually have full control over it. And, it really is. It's a different technique because of the fashion. Break away from the fashion and go for practicality and practical and tactical is what we try to teach, right? The practicality behind the purse is that it can hold a lot of stuff. But the tactical approach is how do you keep it and how do you prevent it from people trying to pull your purse or trying to, lunge towards your purse if it's in front? Because now when somebody's going to lunge towards your purse or they're going to make an attempt, your brain, it's now sending that message that something's going to happen. You have to react. So your perception reaction time increases. So these are some of the things in which you can actually do and to prevent things from happening to you while you're inside the store.
So let me bring up another instance just because I'm guilty of this, but we mentioned distractions. So even if I'm out there shopping and if I have my phone on me, I'll end up setting it down or something while I'm looking at something, or I'll set down my purse on the side and then I'll be like, and then I accidentally leave it sometimes, right? Or let's say you have coffee in your hand, you set it down, you just set things down as you have so much around you. So how could you almost tell people, I know we're talking about distractions, but, just always be aware and not set your items down.
And you're right. Once we start holding things, right, it becomes human nature, right, that it becomes something where it becomes attached to us. And it really is you being aware and breaking away from your old habits or developing new habits is going to take practice. It really is. Sometimes we misplace our keys and everything because what really is going on is that our mind is like, okay, we got to get this, we got to buy this for Little John, we got to buy this for Uncle Tim and everything. It's like too many things are going on, right? Focus on the simple things, the things that are your keys, your phone, your purse, and of course your credit cards and everything. How do how do you prepare for that? With men, it's just put it in a wallet and place it in the pocket. You know, I don't want to say this because I don't want to get in trouble for my wife. It's really there's so many
Be
things
careful.
going. There's so many things that happens within a purse, right? But
Right.
these are things in which we need to consider, right? The things that the essentials, your keys for the car, your wallet, your belongings, and everything that should be in your wallet and your purse, and of course your cell phone, and just constantly remind, check, recheck, and check again, because what it does, it keeps you in that. You break away from that tunnel vision approach to now it's like, okay, I need to check this, I need to make sure that I'm on top of things. And it conditions your mind and you're training your mind that I need to be cognizant of what's happening. I need to be more prepared. What more when you have kids? What more when you have toddlers? We tend to forget that we want to put the gifts in the car before we put the kids in the car seat. I see it all the time when I'm in the parking lot. It's like, why are they putting the gifts in before the kid who's sitting in the cart? Things can happen.
Wow.
So really understanding that kids become the priority, placing the kids in, and that's going to be a challenge, And this is why we recommend that you bring along a partner, an older sibling, somebody that can care for the kid, somebody that you feel is comfortable enough and mature enough to understand situations that may be harmful or it may pose a threat. And you're able to be aware of this, and they are able to bring this to the attention. So bringing an older sibling or bringing the entire family. And that's how we do it. We bring the entire family, and it makes it fun for us.
Shopping in pairs, for sure.
It is.
And then you can always pull up the car as you have all your items, too. Someone
Yes,
could pull up the car.
Absolutely. And, again, come tomorrow, Thanksgiving Day, we're going to see stores are going to be open. They're going to be starting their sales. So people are jockeying for what time to be there, Black Friday, you see stores are opening up earlier than usual or than their usual time, 5, 6, 6 in the
before the
morning.
sun even comes out.
Absolutely. So you're going to see a whole slew of lines, and you're going to see people. And this is the great thing about being a people watcher. I love to just watch the mannerisms of people. They park their car, they get down, and they follow the line. But nobody checks. Nobody's checking over their shoulder. Nobody's looking at different cars. Nobody's taking note of other cars. Nobody's taking note of things that are happening around them. It's like, okay, there's plenty of people in the parking lot of this store. We got to find our parking first. We get our parking, we get out, and we're filing into the line, trying to get in. And it becomes that, something about shopping that takes over the mind, and it has that chemical reaction. It's something that's hard to explain.
Yeah. So another thing I just want to touch on too, real quick, is when it comes to shopping and people being in the middle of it all. Sometimes there's I know stateside at least there's altercations, right? And I don't know if GPD's had to respond to any here in Guam. Is that an issue at all?
Well, we have issues with people lining up and everything. Nothing really drastic to report to the Guam Police Department, but I've seen viral videos stateside where people are fighting over a item. I mean, Guam, the beautiful thing about it is that we have customs and tradition and respect. And, luckily people are cordial and stuff, but people want to be first, And it really, I saw that one major shopping mall on Island where they opened the doors and it was like people are just dashing to get in, Courtesy and respect is something that needs to be practiced. We're going to see tempers flare over parking stalls. We're going to see tempers flare over road rage because I'm going to be honest, because as a former traffic investigator, these are the times where it's busiest. People are trying to get to and from. You have parents that are trying to get to production, school shows, Christmas programs. People are going to be shopping. People are going to be out celebrating, planning Christmas parties, planning activities. So the roads are going to be busy, and it starts really with just courtesy and respect, understanding that we're not the only ones on the highways. Other people, other families are going to be utilizing it, and you're going to see delays. You're going to see abnormal delays in what you see throughout the year. We see it in the summer where there's a downtick in traffic, but once school starts, there's an uptick. Same thing with the holidays. Once Thanksgiving rolls in, Black Friday rolls in, and it kicks off the holiday season, the shopping season, we're going to see an uptick in traffic. So courtesy and respect, understanding what we can do as citizens, and just simply respecting one another.
Maybe we can all take on the challenge of being a little more patient, right?
It is. It's supposed to be, the holidays are really a time to reflect on what's important to us, and we get so caught up in materialistic things, and it's really, the value in itself and understanding that this is an opportunity where we can actually be better citizens, but actually be better humans, and just really understand what the holidays are all about, and respect one another. I mean, I think it's time where we start talking about respecting each other, respecting yourself, and respecting the community, and of course, loving and caring for our island.
Okay, so real quick, we have a couple comments on here. We have one from Sean Corey saying, "Thank you, Paul, for these tips. I'm always telling my family about safety. I will share to remind them."
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, and then we also have Tovis Frank. He says he puts out good info for everyone to learn.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Before we head off of here, I just want to reiterate that there is a storm coming. So as we were talking about driving and traffic, the roads, and they're going to be slippery. So maybe we can also have people take precautions and keep that in mind, especially since we are in Core 2.
Yes, absolutely, God. I mean, we're still going to have this heavy weather for the next couple of days, and I don't think the weather is going to damper or put a cloud over the celebration of Thanksgiving. Again, drive sober, designated responsible sober driver. Give the gift of life. Give the gift of life and really enjoy your adult celebration and everything. Celebrate responsibly. Understand that the road conditions are going to be. It's gonna test you because of the fact of heavy downpour. We're expecting that throughout the course of the week, throughout the course of the Thanksgiving holiday. But understanding the speed limit and understanding the road conditions is really important. 35 is the speed limit, the posted speed limit in which you can actually engage. But understanding that inclement weather will dictate in how fast you drive and how fast you operate your vehicle. And it's really recommended you bring it 10 miles below the posted speed limit so that you have better control of the vehicle. But it's going to get busy. They're coupled with the rain and the weather and everything. The roads are going to get crazy. It's going to get chaotic. We just need to stay focused. We need to understand that this is an opportunity in which we can actually reflect on the important things that matter to us. And life is important. You're right. Value life, the value of life, and of course the respect for each and every human being. This is a time where I want to say that I don't try not to get spiritual, but sometimes we do need spirituality, and I think it's important that we as Guamanians, we understand the importance of respect, understand the importance of why we give thanks, and understand our purpose and what we can do to make a difference in not just your lives but other people's lives.
Yeah, definitely. Beautifully said. And is there anything else you want to add before?
Again, on behalf of the hardworking men and women of the Guam Police Department, and on behalf of Chief Stephen Ignacio, we like to extend a really our warmest and deepest happy Thanksgiving to the entire island of Guam. And please be safe. Give the gift of life. As we start the holiday season, designate a responsible sober driver.
Definitely. Well, happy Thanksgiving, everyone, and be safe out there. I'm Adriana Cotero, and this is Sergeant Paul Tapau, and this is Crime Time.
Shoots, Guam. Be safe, Guam.